Morning students, how are you? I think all are well and best of luck for your coming exam. So I think you remembered that in last class I have started with inheritance, that is chapter 12. Now we will continue with that inheritance part. Last day we discussed up to the need of inheritance. Now today we will start by seeing the different forms of inheritance that are available. Now see here, many forms of inheritance are there. Actually, first of all, let me tell you what is inheritance. Inheritance means there are two classes. One is parent class and another is child class. Parent class is also known as the base class and child class is also known as the derived class or the subclass. Okay. Now, first of all is single inheritance. You can see this picture. This is single inheritance. Single inheritance means when a subclass inherits only from the base class and there is only one base class. So X is the base class, Y is the subclass. So this type of inheritance is known as single inheritance. Next, multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance means there were more than one or multiple base classes. Okay, means when a subclass inherits from multiple base classes. Okay, so this type of thing is known as multiple inheritance. Next is means hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance means when many subclasses inherit from a single base class. It is known as hierarchical inheritance. Here you can see that Z is my base class, W, X, Y are the subclasses. So this is an example of hierarchical inheritance, that is many subclass inherits from one base class. Next is multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance, see this picture. You can understand by the name that multi-level inheritance means multiple subclasses are inherited from a base class. That is, here base class is X. This is a subclass. This is also a subclass. You know that transitivity property I told you that day. Now, hybrid inheritance. Hybrid means mixture. Okay, means it can happen that single base class, multiple subclasses, or it can happen that multiple base classes, single subclass. Okay, means when a subclass inherits from multiple base classes and all of its base classes inherit from a single base class. Okay, this type of inheritance is known as hybrid inheritance. Let's see what is written over there. Relationship between a base class and derived class is referred to as derivation or inheritance hierarchy. A derivation from multiple base class is referred to as derivation or inheritance graph. Okay, so this is known as the inheritance hierarchy. Okay, and derivation from multiple classes, multiple base classes referred to as inheritance graph. Okay. Now see, next thing is derived class or superclass. Now we already came to know that in inheritance one base class is in inheritance base class is there, and from base class we are deriving the subclass or the child class. Okay, that's fine. Now in programming, how can we implement that thing? Because whenever we are going to write a child class, we need to mention that it is derived from which base class? Otherwise, how can we understand, or how can the compiler will understand? So this thing can be done with the help of the extends keyword. Okay, see, this is the syntax. Okay, first let's see the example. Consider the following class definition. Class 1 is this one, private, then A is there, A, B, Z is there. Okay, now when I am writing class 2, in the definition part of the class 2, I am writing the name of class 1. So with the help of the keyword extend, I am writing the name of the base class that is derived from the subclass. The name of the base class is class 1 and the subclass is class 2. This class 2 is derived from class 1. Okay, so in programming, by the use of this extend keyword, we are mentioning these things. You can read this description, that is two classes sub or derived class of one class 1, which is the base class or superclass. Now you should remember this thing, that whenever we are extending classes, instance variables and methods of superclass are become part of new class. So the instance variables and the methods of class 1 are part of class 2. See here, int xy, new members of subclasses. Okay, now there you may have some question, because I already told that instance variables of the superclass are inherited from superclass to subclass. So there is a question that all the instance variables are inherited. Obviously not, but there is a thing known as access control. Now you need to understand this access control part first, then your answer will be clear. See, access control means how can you access, or rather who can access your variables. Okay, access inheritance, the access of inherited members depend upon their access modifiers, whether they are public, private, protected or something else. So as I told, that access control means who can access your variables. Who means which class. So we have these access control variables, means access specifiers. First of all, see the private part, means private one. So private means the members that are declared as private are accessed within the own class only, not in subclass, not in some other class. Okay. Now public means it can be used in all the parts of the program. Means all the classes, whether a subclass or class in same package or class in another package, okay, along with their own classes. So it is accessible everywhere. So private means only in the same class and public means everywhere. Okay, fine. Next thing is protected. Now protected means members are accessible inside their own class as well in all subclasses of their class, regardless of whether subclasses exist in the same package or another package. That means members are accessible inside their own class and in all the subclasses, maybe in the same package, maybe in the different package. Next thing is default. Default means whenever we just type the data type and then the variable name, without any access. Default are the members. Suppose we forgot to, or we don't write the access specifier, we are simply writing data type then the variable name, so that time the access specifier will be default. Now these members are accessible only inside classes that are in the same package and that of their own classes. That means, see, in protected this can be accessed, means the members are accessed within their own class irrespective of the subclasses. Means members are accessed in the own class and in all subclasses irrespective of the package, but here the packages must be same. Next one is private protected, that is members are accessible only from subclasses but package doesn't matter. See this picture. Next I will tell you about this this one, so no need to bother about this one. See this one only. See, public, it is accessible everywhere. Private, it is accessible nowhere but only inside the class. Protected, it is accessible, means here inside subclass, yes, inside non subclass in the same package, yes, but inside non subclass in other package, no. But in case of default, see, it is accessible in the same package inside subclass only, other things are termed as no. Now private protected means what I told here. Private protected means members are accessible only from subclasses. So here only from subclasses, but whether in same package or any other package. Subclasses, so it is written here inside subclasses, so here it is yes, see, and here it is no, because it is non subclass. Next thing is, okay, I already discussed all the things, so thank you. This much thing for today.